I saw this beautiful bubble skirt, or as some called it, balloon skirt on Tomike, Oloriebi, and I fell in love. What made these skirts especially unique is the fullness of the bubble around the hem with little gathers up. It is different from some like this that have almost the same fullness as around the waist and the hem. In this tutorial, I'll be showing you the simple trick to achieving that fullness while making balloon skirts. I will also suggest fabric type to achieve different flows. If this trick sounds like what you like to learn, then like this video and subscribe to this channel already. So without wasting much time, let's get right into it. You will need about 2 yards of fabric to achieve this look. You don't need a lot of measurements. You only need your round waist measurements, your round hip for the lining, and then your desired length. We are going to cut this skirt as a full circle. That's what makes the difference in the fullness. You multiply your round waist by 2 so that you can have excess to gather in. At the same time, not too much to make the waist look bulky. If you want the hem of your skirt even fuller, you can multiply your waist measurement by 3. That will mean you need a lot more fabric. So let's get the measurements we'll need. In my case, my round waist is 28 and multiplying that by 2 gives me 56. To get the radius, that's how low you go down from the tip. You divide 56 by 6.28. That will give us 8.9, approximately 9 inches. My desired length is 18.5, but after removing the length for band, that will give me 17. Plus 5 inches. You will need this 5 inches as excess to fold back the inside to achieve the bubble at the hem. So all I need in length will be 31 inches. That's 17 plus 9 plus 5. And then fold the fabric into 4 like so. From this tip, mark 9 inches round. That's been marking 9 inches round from the tip. I confirm the measurement. I have 14 here. So multiplying that by 4 will give me 56. That means we are on the right path. From the first marking, we need our length, which is 17. But you won't mark it from the first marking. Instead, you will mark it from the tip. That will be 9 inches plus 17 inches from the tip to give us 31. Sorry, I didn't realize that the marking went out of the video frame. But that's what I'm doing here. From the tip, I'm measuring 31 inches round to the hem. Again, confirm the measurement that you have 31 round and connect. Also, I'm also confirming from the first marking to the second marking to be sure I have 17 plus 5, which is 22. Cut out after marking, like I'm doing here. And after that, it should have something like this, a full circle skirt. Now let's cut the lining. Fold the lining using the exact length measurements and as a line. Mark your exact waist measurements divided by 4 on the hip line. Mark your round hip divided by 4 plus 1 inch for ease and of course sewing allowance. Extend your hand slightly out so that the skirt will not be clingy around the thigh by 2 inches. Then cut out. To cut the back piece, Cut the back piece with the front piece, adding 1 inch at the center back for zip allowance. Cut that out too. Now it's time to cut the band. We are folding the band at 2 inches. That will be 1.5 inches for the actual band when it's done, and 1/2 inch to join it to the skirt. Don't forget to interface this with hair stain. Now let's go to the sewing machine. Open up the skirt at the center back. First, join the lining at the side seam by 1 inch, which is the sewing allowance we gave while we were cutting it. Measure around the hem of the skirt to see the exact measurement. 1 gather stitch on the fabric hem, like so. And gather it back to the measurement of the round hem we measured on the lining earlier. Do the same thing for the waist, but gather the waistline back to the measurement of the original waistline on the hemline. Place fabric and lining right sides together and join, like I'm doing here. Fold over and join the lining to fabric on the waistline. Like so. Now we are attaching the band like you see me do here. Fix the zip after attaching the band. I made a separate video on how to fix a zip. I will link it in the description box and up here. And here is the skirt. I used a medium weight crepe for this project, and I just realized that it's not thick enough to achieve the flow as in Tommy Cares. So if you want the same rigidity as that, I will advise you use a cotton fabric or a linen fabric. Whereas if you want it to flow like this, you can stick with crepe. But the same principle applies. If you notice, mine is also fuller at the hem than it is at the waistline. Let me know which of the fabric type you prefer in the comment section. Kindly subscribe and share this video so others can benefit from this tip too, and you also keep getting useful tips like this when you subscribe and turn on the notification bell. And until I come your way next time, my name is Sarah and this is Prncx Fashion.